Let's talk about the next pose, which is called Utkatasana, or chair pose. All right, so let me show you what chair pose looks like. Just a quick intro to the benefits that you're getting when you're in chair pose. Not only are we strengthening the ankles, we're also strengthening the knees, the glutes, the core, the entire spine, and we're also strengthening the shoulders. So you can see there's a lot happening throughout the entire body. Now the pose looks like this. You can either teach it or practice it with feet as wide as hips. My personal favorite is to do big toes together and heels slightly apart for this pose. Okay? Now, as you start to sit down, you're going to notice that the knees want to pop forward. And so that's one of the things you're focusing on in chair pose, is trying to bring the knees back. A nice cue to help you get there is by leaning your body weight into the heels of your feet, and maybe you even lift and spread your toes. Okay? And so as you're leaning your weight into the heels of the feet, the hips can go as low as feels comfortable. The lower you go, the harder it gets. So just remember that. And then as you're sitting back with the hips, take the palms together over the head, and you want to try to eventually bring the arms back so the biceps are beside the ears. This is quite difficult to do, especially if you have tension in the fronts of the shoulders. So maybe you modify, maybe the arms come forward and the palms separate, but do your best to keep palms together and work those shoulders back, or rather the biceps back. Now lastly, the chin can lift, and as you're sitting deeper with the hips, you're also trying to lean back. So it can feel quite awkward. It can also feel hard to balance here, but that's part of why there's so much benefit to strengthening your entire body. Remember to breathe in and out through the nose as effortlessly as you can, holding for about 5 breaths. Keep pressing the arms back, maybe sitting deeper. And when you're ready to, you can release. So before we wrap up chair pose, let me just show you what this looks like from the side, because you'll probably be able to see the movements I'm explaining in greater detail. So again, let's do it with big toes touching, heels apart. As you start to sit down, focus on squeezing the knees together. They might want to come apart from each other, so squeeze the inner knees, weight into heels, toes lift. Try to join the palms over your head. As you're sitting lower with your hips, start to work the arms back. See if you can get biceps beside ears, maybe lifting through the chin. Try to keep your breath as relaxed as possible. Keep shifting weight into the heels, maybe leaning back further. Take another breath and release. And that is chair pose.
If you found this video useful and want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe below and don't forget to hit the notification bell.